Yes, people, welcome to the United Stand. What did I tell you earlier on today? Don't panic. I was fully confident that we would be signing a player. I said next week, then but let's be honest, we take an early one. When do United ever get deals done this late on a Friday afternoon? Just to give us a bit of excitement leading into a weekend. It's here. First signing under the Ten Hag era, TYRELL MALACIA. It's been confirmed. 4-year deal in the bag. First bit of good business of the summer. Hopefully, there's more to come on that. But this one, just like I said, I felt the vibe coming earlier on. I felt like something was there was a motivation towards a Ten Hag sort of way in Manchester United. We was waiting a while. We was waiting for everything to happen. Obviously, it's tedious. It's annoying when we have to sort of just listen to reports. We haven't got anything official. We've got no United people in place. Ten Hag's come back to training, and obviously it just seems like everything has moved forward from there. As soon as he's hit his foot on that training ground, we've heard rumours, we've heard noises, and now it's been confirmed. Manchester United signed to MALACIA, and you know what? It's another quality young player that Ten Hag knows about. I've mentioned all of this earlier on today and said, look, United just need to be looking in a new direction. We need to be going with Ten Hag. It's what it's all about. It is a hard sell to come to Manchester United right now, but it's not just the Manchester United that we're selling. It's the Ten Hag project. That's the project that needed to be put first. That's the project that we wanted to go forward with. The club, like I said before, looks like it's going with that and backing Ten Hag. And now with this signing, out of the blue, we've actually gazumped someone and actually got in front. We've actually been proactive. Ten Hag's coming. He's at the training ground. He's seen Leonov coming for MALACIA, and all of a sudden it's like, I want this. This is the player that will fit in my team. What have you got for me? Man United, let's see how strong you are in the transfer market. Let's see what you've got. And we've gone out there. I can't remember a deal going so quickly. I mean, yeah, what's it taken about a week to get this deal done? Why aren't we like that all the time? This is what it's all about. And to be fair to Manchester United, you have to give them credit in getting this wrapped up quickly like that. Yeah, there are more complex deals out there, like Frankie de Jong and whatnot, but this one was there. He was going somewhere else. United have come in, took it away, flexed a little bit of muscle, finally, acted like an actual big club, which is probably the biggest positive in this out of anything. And Ten Hag got his man. He knows what he's about. Like we said, in the quotes that we read out earlier on, we've got a player there that Ten Hag is looking at, a player that he's sort of categorized as a player he's worked with, a player he's known in that division, a player he's played against. He knows what's coming. It's going to be very interesting going forward now. I'm going to get into everything that's been put out there on Twitter. And again, guys, go on to the United Stand Twitter feed to get all the information you need on this transfer. Everything is covered on there. Looking at it now, you've got to start breaking things down. I'm just going to go, before I do that, so I'm going to read through what's been said. Obviously, here we go. It has to be here we go to start it off with. Agreement reached on personal terms with MALACIA and Manchester United, waiting to sign the contract soon for 15 million euros plus 2 million euros add-ons. Say no more. Young prospect coming through who is going to fit the mold of what Ten Hag is all about, what Ten Hag's system is all about, and that is exactly what we want. Like I said, when you break this deal down, you just look at it in every way, and you can't really find the negative in it apart from he's unproven. But look at the positives on this. You've got this player coming through that Ten Hag wants, but he's got options. He's got, like I said before, you've got Luke Shaw, you've got Tellers, you've got Fernandez. So this is a player that, yeah, he can integrate slowly if he wants, or if he wants to just go in. Now that he's got him here, he will be available for the tour, and he can start the season. This is what we was talking about, being ready to go, ready to kickstart, because there's going to be a lot of clubs scrambling around at the start of this season. Results are going to need to come quick and fast, and if you've got every piece in place already, then you're going to be the team that gets that boost before the World Cup comes. City, Liverpool, yeah, they're on their own out there. But you look at everyone else who's rebuilding. We need to get ahead of them. We need to be ahead of the Spurs, the Spurs, the Arsenals, the Chelseas, who are not quite right, all sort of scrambling around for their own players and ready to progress and improve in terms of squad depth themselves and squad quality. But Manchester United have a chance to get ahead of them. That's our target for this summer. That's our target going into the season. That's what we need to have in place. It's just good actually listening and reading everything that's been put out there actually in a positive note. I did spin the positivity earlier on, and I'm taking full credit for it personally that this signing has happened tonight, because I did finish the show positively. If you haven't already seen that, if you need proof about that, then go back and watch the show from earlier on. But yes, I did change from negative Adam to positive Adam. I felt the vibe and it's come through and it's worked. It's worked. We've got it. I didn't expect to be on right now, but the fact that I'm running around, I've still got my hoodie on and it's still baking hot in this where I am right now is proof that I didn't expect it. It was a surprise and it's a good surprise. But break it down, like I said, now when you look at that. Yeah. So we're going to look at it, break it down in terms of that left back position now. You've got obviously MALACIA in now. We've got Luke Shaw, we've got Alex Telles, and we've got obviously Fernandez coming through. I mentioned earlier on today regarding squad depth and having options. I now fully expect the likes of more than likely, and guys, let me know what you think in the comment section. Which one of them left backs is going to go? Someone has to go. Is it going to be Fernandez going out on loan, possibly? Does Telles now automatically go out of the door? This is what you've got to start looking at now. Is get over the fact that we signed a player, which is going to take a while for a lot of people. And I understand that. It is going to take a while. United have signed a player, yes. Yeah, if you're just joining us right now, yes, United did sign a player. We just did, like 10 minutes ago. But you look at it now and you start to think, right, okay, this is what you want to be doing as a United fan. You want to be looking ahead now. You want to be looking at the possibilities and what we've got. Where can MALACIA, how does MALACIA work in the Ten Hag mold? He knows exactly how he works. He knows exactly how he plays. Who is the cover now? Does he become number one automatically? Because you've got Luke Shaw there. Luke Shaw's going to be looking at this going, he was bad enough with Telles coming in, and there's no room now. It's like he's sent a warning shot, Ten Hag, in my opinion. He sent the biggest warning shot ever to every single player in this Manchester United team. We'd have thought left back of all positions, and yeah, there may have been some debate. There may have been some debate regarding what was a priority position. I don't think anyone put left back as a priority position. And no one would have had left back down as the first signing of the summer. I can guarantee it. But you got to look at it and you go, right, okay, Ten Hag means business here. I look at it and I say, well, you definitely look at this as a point of like, well, we've got plenty of cover, we've got plenty of players in this position, but he doesn't care. It's his way. So if you're not willing to fight for your place, this message is going out to the likes of Luke Shaw, Telles especially. Fernandez not quite yet, obviously, but them players now, the Telles of this world, the Shaws of this world, are looking at that going, geez, I didn't think it would be my position that was up for grabs to start of the season, but this is what we wanted as United fans. We didn't care about who was playing where. Not one United fan finished that season walking out of them grounds, especially the away grounds that I was at, going, couldn't give a toss about who is scared, who is not going to be playing for this team next year. There was no connection with any one single player. Ten Hag has come in, and luckily, you know what? I'm not saying that position was what shone and was horrendously bad in that last game that Ten Hag was at Crystal Palace. I was there, but it was a shit show. Let's be honest. Telles was appalling again, in my opinion, and he's looked at it and gone, if his system is going to work, I need players in there that I know are going to work for me, and they're going to do exactly what I need for the rest of it to work. Because this is the problem where we've been going wrong, in my opinion, before. There's a lot of people saying Shaw out there, sell Shaw. Well, I didn't think it would all be on the Shaw one, but let me know what you think. Is there any Telles ones in there as well? Just looking quickly at the screen now, there's quite a lot of Shaw, so that's interesting. See where people's mindsets are at. Will Shaw want to hang around? But I'm going to get back to where I was exactly then. It was like beforehand, Manchester United have just bought players. Well, let's plug that hole. Yeah, it's like let's just put a block in there. Let's just stop that leak. Okay, that's that area. Where can we look next? Whereas Ten Hag has gone, well, that one's flowing right, but it's not flowing the way I want it to flow. So he's gone in and he's bought his player that he wants, and he doesn't care who's already there. It's like we're looking at positions on this pitch and on United's team sheet right now where we know as fans, or we think as fans, we desperately need players in. And Ten Hag has gone at a completely different slant. He's gone, well, no, this isn't how it works. For a system to work, for a system style to set up and win, then every element of that needs to be working. He's probably looked at it and gone, not quite right for how I want this to work. It'll be very interesting to see if there is any more defensive signings now going forward. I spoke about Martinez earlier on, but it's quite key now to look at what comes in next. We should be paying very close attention, in my opinion, now after this being the first signing, to the right back area, because it's well known that fullbacks in Ten Hag's system are key to everything going forward, and they are players that do put in serious shifts in what he wants and how he wants his teams to play. So he said, forget what's already there, bring in someone that works better in that position for me, and then we'll look at the other areas again. It may well be Frankie de Jong that comes in next. It may well be Christian Eriksen that comes in next. But what that does and what sign that sends out is that not one player in this team is safe in his position. And that is what's key. And I think that's what all United fans should be more excited about than anything with his signing with MALACIA. Because for me, honestly, I thought it was going to be right back. If there was any fullback area that was going to get strengthened up, it was probably right back. Did not see this one coming. Obviously, I was interested when the rumours came about that it was we was looking at MALACIA at left back. But honestly, it took me a bit by surprise. I'm not bothered about that as long as Ten Hag wants it. And for me, I honestly just think that now it's set the ball rolling. I think we'll see a few more signings. Interesting to see the actual picture with him in the new kit as well. We did talk about the kit earlier on. I'm not 100%. I think that picture is official. I'm going to say it is. I've just seen it pop up. I'm like you guys, it just broke, and I've just checked up on everything now. But it's I just want a what's the name right now. I just want to look at it and go, I'm looking forward. I'm just excited that we've seen the here we go. That's all that matters to me right now. Here we go. United have signed a player. Don't care what kit he's playing in. It can be anything. I just know that he's through the door and we're making moves finally in the transfer market. I do expect defenders to go now. That should be interesting to see what happens with that area. But let me know what you think, everyone. Let's read a super chat here from Andrew. Not the first position I would address, exactly what I said. But if that's an Erik Ten Hag player, I'm all in. Hope it's the first of many. 100% agree with that. That's my slant on it. It's fully backing Erik Ten Hag, which is key on this one. Some people look at it. You may look at it and go, really, I don't think it should have been that position first of all that we went with. I thought, you know what? I could easily go centre back, centre mid, obviously, could be that forward. But just look at it this way: it's a bigger statement in us bringing in a player like this now, in a position we've already got ample cover for. Fabrizio Romano, TYRELL, MALACIA to Manchester United. Here we go. Agreement reached on personal terms, waiting to sign the contracts. Soon, 15 million plus 2 million add-ons on to Feyenoord. MALACIA will be the first signing for the Erik Ten Hag era. That's it. I'm just going to keep reading that one out. That's we're going to keep putting that one on the screen because we're all just like taken aback and as excited as you guys. Ryan, cheers for the super chat, mate. I don't know if you want to put in another comment on there as well, mate. None of your comments has come up on that one, but cheers for the contribution, mate. Much appreciated. So that's the first one through the door. MALACIA, one of many, we would hope. I did say before I wanted, and I could see possibly 5 players coming through the door, Manchester United. Now, just I would say realistically 4, because I just think we'll get Frankie de Jong. I'm fully confident that one will happen now that the fees agreed. Like I said before, personal terms never even an issue for Manchester United, and something I would never even be concerned about in the case of getting a player through the door, because we pay over the top odds every single time. But Frankie de Jong will get done. Then we're looking at Eriksen. We've reported before that Eriksen is keen to come to Manchester United if the other signings are made. He's looking at how United are strengthening, and is it worth coming to Manchester United at this current time? are there other players coming in that are going to improve that team? Because let's be honest, a lot of players have declined in coming to Manchester United. So, like I said before, from the player's point of view, that's where he's looking at. This is the first sign. If Frankie de Jong, like we fully expect, is going to be next, probably next week, then I fully expect Eriksen to sign. It will be exciting for him to work with Ten Hag, like I said, because of that relationship he's got with him earlier on, and be part of this new project. When you see pieces falling into place, it's like a domino effect right now with these players. Everyone is looking at it right now and going, right, okay, you've got to have something in position. Yet the manager was there. That was the fundamental piece. But who is going along with it? It's like, yeah, we've started off quite small. The big signing next is the one we're expecting, which is Frankie de Jong. But let's be honest, once someone like Frankie de Jong comes in, you've already got MALACIA, like we've said, then come through the door. Eriksen will look at that and then go, that for me looks like this is a team that really is backing a manager that he trusts in as well. And that is massive. Players who want to play for Erik Ten Hag is the biggest thing now out of all. It looks like one of them through the door now, another two coming in. There's three that are definitely on that. If you brought in Martinez as well, then you really are looking at players well and truly on board. And that is, what's that there? You're looking at over a quarter of the team, third of the team pretty much, is related to Ten Hag, worked with Ten Hag, or has some affiliation with him already, which is key. And in key positions as well, positions that we have failed in drastically over the last few seasons. And that then, well, like I said, it will start to spread, it will start to rub off onto the other players. Everyone will start getting on board with it. If you've got a good core of players which are fully on board with it, then the nucleus, I fully expect the likes of a Bruno and a Ronaldo to actually be fully on board with it. If there is any animosity left out there or any sort of bad eggs within this group, then they're going to get found out very quickly. I do believe that the squad right now is in that department, in terms of the bad eggs and the leaks, as solid as it's been for a while. Let's see, because that mixed in with Ten Hag's vision, the new players coming in, this is where United are going to have to be. And if we are going to want to be back in the Champions League, we need to be all fully on board with that. Ryan's back in again. Cheers for that, mate. Come on, Man United, please buy some players. We need to win the Premier League like we did with Sir Alex. A big statement, mate. Yes, we do need to win the Premier League in a few more years, I would say. That's what I would say. But yeah, we do need more players through the door. 100%. Cheers for the super chat, Rory. Cheers for that, mate. If four more, I would like Frankie de Jong, right back, right wing, centre back, Eriksen, a bonus on top. I think playing a higher line negates the need for a 6, hence the quicker centre back needed. This was key. Definitely what I said the other day, mate, on that one. You look at it and you go, we need, some people would say you need defensive midfielders for helping the defence out. Well, how about with Ten Hag's system, you need quicker centre-backs to help the midfielders out. That's the difference in how he plays in the system. So maybe it's not the destroying midfielder that we definitely need. Maybe it is the quicker centre-back, which helps the midfield and the ball retaining system that Ten Hag is actually looking to implement. Super chat in there from Morad Cruiser. I did see this pop up. I'm going to read through this now, actually. Just a bit of scaremongering amongst a happy video. De Jong away to Chelsea. And that rumour did just come up from Jacob Steinberg on Twitter. It's on United Stand Twitter feed right now, everyone. So do take a quick look at that if you're wanting to know more on this one. Link is there. Chelsea are monitoring developments around Frankie de Jong and could target the midfielder if his move to Manchester United doesn't happen. Well, it is going to happen, I think. And again, why is this going to happen? If, for instance, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was in place now, no slant on Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and we was after Frankie de Jong, and Chelsea came in, I would start to worry. And I'm not saying Chelsea aren't going to throw the earth at Barcelona, and he said maybe twisted. It could go wrong. Anything can possibly go wrong with a deal for Manchester United. We know this. But with Erik Ten Hag in position, this is where I feel a little bit stronger about it. In terms of, I think he would have already spoken to the player, and the link and the rapport between Ten Hag and Frankie de Jong is what is going to get that deal over the line for me. United will sweeten it up with a great wage package, as always. I do believe now that Chelsea cannot just go spending willy-nilly with everything that's gone on there at Chelsea. They're run as a different animal right now. And yeah, they may be looking at midfield, but Chelsea's midfield is not an area where you would think they desperately need to invest. I just think that's a bit of scare when something's been said. Very similar to what happened with Ronaldo's rumours going to Chelsea the other day. People have just talked. The conversations come up. It's Friday night. Let's just hit a headline before the weekend. And in my opinion, this one will go away because I fully believe in the lure and the pull of Erik ten Hag and what I think will be key in all of this. And I said this, I think, when he first came in. It wasn't people coming to Manchester United. It was people coming for Ten Hag because United aren't a bigger pull, bigger draw as what they once was. We need more. We need to convince with a project. What's happening right now is people looking at it, and this is why I think Eriksen will sign. He would have gone to Brentford if he really wanted to go already. There's nothing else to talk about. He's probably just checking to see exactly what's happened. And it's no coincidence, like I said before, that all of a sudden we're hearing stories that that Manchester United have made a direct verbal approach now to Eriksen. I would not be surprised if Erik ten Hag was involved in that. I know I'm seeing. I am just going to bring some more breaking news for you guys. This is even more interesting now. Let me just bring this up now. This is from our friend David Ornstein. I've seen a few of you in the comments picking up on this already. And I was just double checking it while I was talking, because I'm multitasking. That's what we do here on United Stand, We're good at a lot of things. United now trying to reach agreement with Ajax for in brackets Arsenal target. Unlucky. Lisandro Martinez, and he is keen. De Jong and Eriksen pursuits continue. And there is your 4. Like I said, everybody, I did fully expect United to strengthen up at the back. Martinez, again, is another piece in the puzzle. Martinez, that would fully mean, and you have to look at this realistically now, guys. Don't get too excited about this just yet. In terms of, because I know what you're all thinking right now. You're getting excited that we've actually just bought a player. Yes, true, that has just happened. But what you can also get excited about is if we're about to spend what looks like close to 45 million on Martinez, that would then mean that player, I cannot see. And if, like I said before, the club are fully backing Ten Hag, Martinez doesn't sit out. So that would mean that Harry Maguire would not be starting for Manchester United come the start of next season. Because there's no way, if this club are backing Ten Hag, that Martinez signs and Maguire partners him when you've got Varane there as well. Yeah, all dependent on Varane's injuries. But this, to me, fully looks like Ten Hag has looked at things and gone, it is my way. And how many times have we said it on videos? It's my way or it's the highway. We've seen it, what everyone said about it. I think it was Marcel van der Kraan, the Dutch journalist who said it. He broke it down in simple terms. He just said, look, you basically get one chance with Erik ten Hag. If he's bringing a player in, then he obviously wants to put him straight in the team. It's as simple as that. That would then be possibly a case of Manchester United starting up with Varane, MALACIA, and Martinez, and maybe a right back. You never know. I'm just going to read the super chat out, but we have more news. What is happening tonight, everybody? I've just had another one coming up. All of this is on the United Stand Twitter page as well, people. So if you just need to flick off to that while you're watching me, just to get the full info, I'm going to read it out for you now anyway. But breaking news, Fulham want to sign Manchester United defender Eric Bayer and have approached Manchester United about the defender's availability. Michael Silva's side wants a season-long loan with an option to buy. That's coming out of Sky Sports News right now. So that one will be on the Transfer Centre on Sky Sports News. You can see that on, like I said, on the United Stand. If you're looking to find that story, it's right there on our Twitter feed. Gogron with the super chat. Cheers for that, mate. Barcelona have reached an agreement with Leeds for Rafinha for 60 million. and the first instalment is 20 million. So Manchester United should take assurance about Frankie de Jong. Pieces are moving in the transfer market. They always say, don't they, that it takes one big signing to come through and then everything else starts to follow. This is pretty much what is happening right now by the looks of it. Barcelona need to invest that money straight back in. They need to cover it. I think I was reading up for it. I can't remember the exact amounts of it, but everything just looks like it's fallen into place. So they will be initially paying 20 million for Rafinha. If that is the case, I do know they have their targets. So when one player deal is done, that moves around another piece. They then buy the next player that they're looking to bring into their squad. This is looking like what is happening right now. A few things have probably been bubbling around the edge, like Eric Bailly, like we're hearing with Pereira as well. All of a sudden, I think you'll find an avalanche of activity within the transfer market now and what actually goes down. It's all of a sudden, United looked like they was probably trying to quietly work on deals. It's impossible for Manchester United to do anything quietly in the transfer market, as we know. Well, literally in the space of a week, we're hearing that we've got Frankie de Jong pretty much finalised in terms of fee, just the personal terms to negotiate. MALACIA this morning was a complication. I did say that would be a load of garbage and it would still go through okay. It has. That is now, here we go, official. Eric Bailly looks like he is on the radar for Fulham. Could be heading out. Another player making way for possibly Lisandro Martinez, which David Ornstein from The Athletic has just broke a minute ago, with United very confident with Martinez looking like he would prefer coming to Manchester United over Arsenal. So, Zayn Miasa, if you are out there watching this video, I would love you to just come back on that one, please, mate, if you would. I don't think you will be, though, because this looks like it's a United night for transfer news for everybody, which is a nice surprise. And like I said, good coming out before the weekend. I've not seen no Chelsea tweet. Please do inform me. Things going on in my ear as I speak, people. It feels like transfer deadline day right now. I don't know what's happened tonight. Have you sent that across? All right, guys. I'm just going to bring something up here. Like I said, everything. Let me just see now. Right, hang on. I'm just going to read up on what this one says here. Chelsea are monitoring developments around Frankie de Jong and could target the midfielder in if his move to Manchester United doesn't happen. They basically just retweeted everything what was said before. Just trying to get all the information on that one. So that's like we said before. Chelsea monitoring everything that's going on, as it is on your screen now, guys, regarding Frankie de Jong. Now, like I said, there's never a certainty, there's never a guarantee with Manchester United in terms of a transfer. I still fully expect the Frankie de Jong deal to go through for United because of the Ten Hag. But this is like, it's like the only thing you would worry about is if Barcelona did get an agreement in place for Rafinha, say, for instance, and all of a sudden Chelsea's name comes up. But honestly, I think that would be Chelsea's new owner trying to make a statement his first summer in the job, hijacking Manchester United's long pursuit of Frankie de Jong just to stamp their authority on what they're trying to do this season. United, I don't think, would let this happen right now, and I'm still confident that Erik ten Hag's pull and at Manchester United would be more than enough for Frankie de Jong. I'm still fully confident about that. A super chat from Paul. Mark, could you see Martial as backup for Cristiano Ronaldo until next season? I am Adam. I'm not Mark. But to answer that question, Paul, where would you see Martial playing better? Up front or as a left-sided attacker? I always preferred him on the left when he was good. He has been completely off the boil, but he's in training with Ten Hag now. Ten Hag will know. If he thinks he's cover until we find another option, maybe next season, then possibly, mate, completely. The noise is coming from the Rashford camp the other day where one of Rashford would prefer to stay in the middle. But which one would you prefer? Both very similar records, both completely off the boil. Can Ten Hag revitalise any of their careers? Well, time will tell. Like I said in the video earlier on today at midday, it was like yes, we are. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, that was it. Sorry, it was like we're seeing the noises come out of the training grounds that Manchester United's players are completely taken aback and worn out, basically, because they're not used to the intensity of the training sessions, both mentally and physically. So, can the players that are already there now adapt to it? Looks like we're looking at players that are already accomplished within these training methods. But super chat from Joel. Wouldn't be surprised if the agent switched. If the agent switch was to get the agent fees in his father's pocket rather than some agency. Thoughts? If the agent fee went to his pocket, to his father's pocket, I wouldn't really be bothered too much. I mean, after what United have dealt with Mino Raiola and Paul Pogba in terms of them fees, I wouldn't mind it going somewhere else for a change. But yeah, I don't think it's had any sort of influence on the deal, like I said this morning anyway. But sorry, this afternoon. But for me, it's neither in or there with that. As long as we get the player done, it does seem like a really good deal for Manchester United, and that for me would be the start of the domino effect which I just described. One player in, Bailly looking to go out, maybe Martinez to follow in defence from Ajax. That's looking, by all accounts, very, very promising right now from David Ornstein, which is another position we drastically need. And like I said on that, Harry Maguire's now going to have to pull his finger out because he does now officially not start in my book. Whether or not Ten Hag has got the cojones to actually drop Varane for Maguire is a different story. But there's no way that Varane is starting behind Harry Maguire. I think everyone knows in football that that is just ludicrous. As long as Varane stays fit, we could possibly be seeing that as our three quarters of our defence. And then we'll see what happens at right back. I mean, we've all seen the videos now of Aaron Wan-Bissaka doing extra training sessions. Again, no, like I said, it's all right running with the ball and doing that sort of training, but it's what happens on the pitch. It's what happens upstairs. Have you got it up here? And that's what Ten Hag will be looking for. So hopefully that will be I wouldn't say hopeful. I mean, I'm all for players coming back and proving us wrong. That's great. And if it saves us some money to invest in a position we really need, like another midfielder, then definitely I'm all for that. But honestly, I look at Wan-Bissaka at right back and I go, as a wing back style, because we do need a lot more from our right back and our left back in the Ten Hag formation and Ten Hag system. Wan-Bissaka has got to do an awful lot to even show any sort of like hope of claiming that berth. I mean, yeah, he's a great in one-on-one, but his defensive positioning is poor. He's poor in the hair. He's weak. He's not strong. And there are three things there that are just not going to work. If we're playing this high line, then you need to be on the ball in terms of your line, your positioning. And it's no surprise that, first of all, with this high line that Ten Hag is going to be implementing, which we know, we're highly linked with Martinez, and we've already bought MALACIA. So for me, looking at it, you got to go, oof. There is a definite twist in the way that we're working there. It's like Ten Hag is looking at that as the key area for his system. Frenkie de Jong will link the position from defence to attack, as we know what quality he's got there. But it does look like he's putting pieces in place. I would not be surprised if you've seen Martinez start to get more confirmation and more clarity of where he's going before Frenkie de Jong does. It's quite clear now that Ten Hag from the start, and we've reported on this several times here on the United Stand about United playing the long game and Ten Hag not having any issue at all waiting for as long as possible, as long as he gets Frenkie de Jong. I don't think he's concerned in it as long as he gets him because he knows he's going to fit this system well. But I do believe that he wants that defence in place to support that midfield. And that's how I think it will go now. It's like we said before, we're not looking at holding midfielders to support the defence. We're looking at the defence to have the structure to support the midfield. One way or the other, whichever way it works for the manager, you have to go with. So if the club are backing Erik Ten Hag and we bring one midfielder in, possibly bring back in Donny like he is already back in training, Garner comes in, hits it off, and you've got Fred and McTominay as reserve. I'm all for that if that defence is different. Or it's just got to be whatever Eric Ten Hag wants. That is what's key. God Grom again. Everyone's starting to get a bit of a panic now. Frank Super Chat. Cheers for that, mate. Frankie de Jong to Chelsea. People need to wrap this move up. Panic stations. We said before, the previous video was don't panic. This has just come out tonight. I'm sure Manchester United would definitely already be in position, pole position, and confident. I mean, we've just seen the pictures there. They're on the United stand as well. Frankie de Jong proposing to his fiancée is now engaged. So looking at that, it looks like everyone is cool about the situation. I do still fully believe that as soon as Frankie gets back, he'll be holding up a Manchester United shirt. Manchester United cannot afford to let Frankie de Jong slip. Now, it's only going to be big news, this, because Chelsea's owners, first time in charge. It's Manchester United. This could be big breaking news if they come in and scupper this whole deal. Does Frankie de Jong want to play in Champions League? Yes. Have Chelsea got the money? Probably this summer, yes. Will they give him the wages that he wants? More than likely, yes. This is all leading to a big, big breaking news headline for a lot of people. It's down to United, really. And can you imagine after all this work now, Ten Hag waiting for Frankie de Jong and then Manchester United balls this up? I cannot see that happening. I honestly can't. I do have that little element of fear at the back of my head, like a lot of yous have got. I do understand that side of it, and yeah, that is there. But I'm sure now that United would never let Chelsea come in at this late stage. I know we've just done it, and it's all right saying it one way. It does work the other as well in football. We've just done it to Leon with MALACIA, obviously. But this has been a long pursuit for a lot of money and a hard negotiation. There's no way now. And you know what? This probably just, you wouldn't be surprised if this just got leaked out now. Someone wanted from Barcelona this news to sneak out that they'd had spoken to Chelsea representatives, maybe just to sneak 5 mil more for Frankie de Jong, put pressure on Manchester United. Look at Chelsea's midfield. So, I mean, they're not really in the market for that type of Frankie de Jong player right now, in my opinion. You may disagree, but I just think it's either Barcelona leaking something out, maybe to hopefully get a little bit more money, try and grab a few extra euros just on the last minute. But at this late stage now, with all the noises that have come out and the way United have structured this deal and spent so much time on it, then I can't see Frankie de Jong going anywhere but Manchester United next summer. Next summer. Jeez, that would be a concern for a lot of United fans. But yeah, I can see everyone there talking Frankie de Jong. Don't worry too much. I mean, let's get moved back onto Eric Bailly. That's an interesting one because it's the myth of Eric Bailly. It's like the first seasons that he's actually been fully fit, the managers don't pick him. And I fully think there is something going on behind the scenes there that's not right. The loan move to Fulham with an option to buy. I never like loan moves. They just never seem to work. Never work for Manchester United, ever. They never work for Manchester United. And for me, I'm looking at it going, option to buy, United need to put that in. Like, it has to be a buy next summer. They have to buy him. But I think decent move for Eric Bailly, stays in the Premier League. I actually did want to see him play alongside Varane, to be honest. But what you got to look at here is it's the Ten Hag factor again. He's come in. He's probably heard some noises from Ralph Rangnick. He's probably looked at the last 3 managers in Solskjaer, Carrick, Rangnick, and gone, none of them have picked him. And he's big on the mentality thing. We know that Bailly can be rash. The physicality side of it, the speed side of it, I think would suit Ten Hag's system at centre-back. I think he's got the capabilities there physically. But again, it just goes to show that really just isn't the be-all and end-all for Eric Ten Hag. In my opinion, if he's letting Eric Bailly go now, then he's looked at it already and gone, excuse me, he looked at it already and gone, well, that's not working for me then. And that mental side of that type of player that Ten Hag wants in his team isn't there in Eric Bailly. Out the door you go. Simple as. It's not messing around. It's what we want. It's cutthroat management. And if Eric Bailly doesn't fit, then he goes. It's as simple as that. We have to fully back this manager. And again, it's important that the club back him in the out column as well as the in column in terms of this transfer window, because the last thing you need is that bad egg again. Like I said, it's all right doing all this good work, but it only takes one bad egg in that dressing room just to start bringing the mood down, just to start changing things. And we've seen this. We don't need any more clicks at Manchester United. And obviously, from the looks of it, Eric Bailly looks like he has got a lot of, and is close to a lot of friends, a lot of players in that Manchester United dressing room. Last thing we need is, and I'm not saying Eric Bailly is a bad influence whatsoever. I wanted him in my team. I thought he'd be a great partner for Varane, but we never saw it. Super chat in from Ronald Jacob. Hello, Ronald. Good to see you again, mate. The new jersey will be launched tomorrow. Sorry, it's been up again. The new jersey will be launched tomorrow or day after, and now the first deal is done. So I wasn't wrong when I repeatedly said that United will only sign when the jersey will be out and they would announce it. I think we could all see that, mate. Definitely, when that news broke this morning, you had a feeling that something was coming. The official sort of unveiling of the kit was put back to next week. So, do you know what? I would not be surprised if we see two players holding up that new kit, Ronald, mate. That's what I would say. I think we'll see possibly two new Manchester United signings, both holding that kit up come next week when that kit is launched. I don't know what you guys think about the new kit anyway, but I like the white one. That's what I would say. It's better than the red. But yeah, I think it was Jotty was saying earlier on, it looks like they've just tried to copy the 99 shirt and got it a little bit wrong. It's not the worst shirt I've seen, but I think the red ones have let us down recently. I'm not as keen on them. The away kits have been on point, in my opinion, recently, but the red ones need a little bit more work. It's a grower, I think. It's one of them. Once you see him playing in it, you'll get used to it, but it's just that the whole collar thing again for me. I prefer the ones without, I'll be honest. Colours, nightmare in the wash, aren't they? Let's be honest. Everyone who is just joining now, I can see all the messages coming in there. Finally, United have signed someone. Yes. With all the news that's going on, players in, we're looking at news on Frankie de Jong tonight. We're looking at news coming from David Ornstein from The Athletic that we are very close. And Lisandro Martinez wants to come to Manchester United. That deal looks very, very close now all of a sudden. And then we're actually starting with a headline, which is that TYRELL Malacia has signed. It's a here we go from Fabrizio Romano and many other media outlets. This is a sign. United have got the deal done. So happy days for United fans. Right now, you're looking at it going, finally, yes, 1st of July. In we go. Tour starts soon. We are going to see fresh blood on that tour, getting on that plane, heading out to Bangkok, and that first game against Liverpool. So you've got to look at it and be happy as a United fan right now that we are seeing movement in the transfer market. I do believe that there's going to be a lot more. I think next week's probably going to be the busiest week. I expect personally deals for Pereira, and now hearing that with Fulham as well with Eric Bailly. And now that the squads are starting to link up for training again, I think we'll see more signings getting done a lot quicker. All staff at clubs being back in position from the 1st of July, holidays over. This is when the nitty-gritty starts. And it just looks like United have just been bubbling or simmering with a few different deals. And all of a sudden, it's just going to go bang, 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 bang. You look at it right now. Is there anyone, honestly, in the comment section now would say you would be surprised if by this time next week, Manchester United didn't have 4 new players? With what we're hearing right now about Lisandro Martinez, Eriksen from earlier on, the deal's there. They've spoke to him verbally now as well. Martinez looks strong, link, and wants to come to Manchester United. Obviously, you got Frankie de Jong. MALACIA has signed. We could get that unveiling next week. There's 4. Would that be enough? Is 4 enough going into the season? Or do you reckon that if we actually offloaded a few players, we could scrape in another deal? Well, let's not forget, from that team that did finish last season, we have seen a lot of outgoings. We have got the likes of Donny van der Beek and Ahmad coming back. Palestri, I don't think will impact anything. I really don't think he will. I'm not going to lie. Honestly, Ahmad possibly. And then you're looking at Martial, Donny van der Beek coming back. you could see a completely different setup for Manchester United come the start of next season. And I've said this all along, do tune in for the tour, because the tour is probably going to be the most interesting one. Cheers for the super, Andy Prince. It is going to be the most interesting one in a few years, simply because I do believe that Ten Hag is going to push this pre-season more than anything. He's going to want to look at as many players as possible. And now I think the vibe coming from the club and the noises coming out is these players are going to have to really show something serious. And I think we should be getting an interesting pre-season in terms of players actually wanting to prove a point. This is going to be key now, I think. Are you going to see Martial and Rashford turn up for pre-season? Knowing that these players are coming in. Now they'll look at that and go, yeah, we've already bought Sancho last year. I don't think Ahmad's going to be a threat to us. But then look what Ten Hag's just done at the left-back position with Malacia. Like I said before, you already got Fernandes, Shaw, Tellers there. Now we've got a fourth. So there's no position in this team which is surefire, dead cert. You know who's going to be playing there. Say Ronaldo, probably De Gea at the moment are the only two. Everyone else's position now from that, and that what that transfer has done today is exactly that. It's give a kick up the arse to all the players on the peripheral that have just thought they can cruise around at Manchester United. That's what that's done. It's given them a kick up the jackset, and they're going to be looking at that now. And I think that's going to be intriguing. That's going to be the intriguing part about this pre-season tour, because I think we're going to start seeing performances from a few players that may surprise fans. Ronald's back in with a super chat. Cheers, buddy. They only postponed the jersey announcement as by then the Young deal would be done, and they would announce it like some Dutch madness or something. Maybe bring the old Netherlands players back for it. Cheers for that one, mate. Another super chat in here from Jerome T. Green. Hello, Jerome, mate. 1 second, let me just bring that back up. Sorry, I lost you for a second there. Hey, Adam, mate. See the Ornstein article about Martinez? Yes, I just did to speak about that. Then apparently we might beat Arsenal to him. If you ask me, as a neutral looking in, Eric Ten Hag at Manchester United, Arsenal, Arteta, I would say he goes to United because he's the previous manager. And like I said, this is serious, and you have to take it serious what Ten Hag brings to this team and what it was and how much it meant for Manchester United to get hold of Ten Hag. These signings may not happen yet, but I think they will. I think Manchester United will get, if United are in for Martinez and it's official, then I think we get him, because they have to back this manager. They have to back him. And for me, if it's a race between United and Arsenal, Jerome, then United get him simply because of the Ten Hag factor. And the only reason that this actually might work this summer, because United, we've only got a Solskjaer in charge right now with no Champions League football. No disrespect again, I said it earlier on, I know, but we won't be getting these players. I guarantee it. It would not be happening. Super chat from Andy Prince. Not going to lie, Adam, this Chelsea news has got me flapping like a turkey at Christmas. If they want him, they will get him. So yeah, in the past, you could say that was the case. I just feel like Ten Hag will be like looking at that board right now and looking at Murto, Fletcher, whoever it is that's negotiating this, Arnold, to be looking at it going, you know what, Arnold, you did say to the fans that money wasn't going to be an object. If the manager wanted him, there you go. You signed the player. Murto, backing the manager. I just feel a little bit more confident this summer because it's Ten Hag and his first one. And he's got that affiliation and rapport with Frankie de Jong. He's made him his prime target. I don't think United will mess this up. I don't. I think if they're pushed, I think they may even go a little bit more on it. And it's what Barcelona want, which is where I think this link has come from. I think Barcelona are sort of rubbing their hands together right now and going, yeah, let's just see what we can get out of this. See if we can get anything more in the last minute, because we all know that they need as much as possible. They're going to recruit players as well. So for me, I just think it's a last-ditch attempt from Barcelona, probably at worst. I know this will probably get clipped up if Frankie de Jong ends up in that Chelsea shirt. I'll look like an idiot, but I cannot see Manchester United not getting this deal done, even with Chelsea coming in. I just think it'd be absolute madness. Absolute madness. Check there. Who would be... sorry, mate. Right. Okay. So I've got more stuff coming in. It is a transfer deadline day show this today, isn't it? I'm just checking up on something that our friend Laurie Whitwell has just been talking about. I was just put up. I'm just trying to get it up now. Okay, right. Laurie Whitwell is just sending, putting up some more information. I'm just going to read it out now for you guys. Sorry for the delay there. I was just clarifying this. I'm just going to read it now. Lisandro Martinez next on Manchester United's list after securing TYRELL MALACIA. They sense defender favours Manchester United over Arsenal. Yep. I said that a minute ago. I think that'll definitely be the case. Work to do with Ajax over fee. Erik Ten Hag's influence on signings clear, with Frankie de Jong and Eriksen also in the works. I think Laurie Whitwell just been watching the show, hasn't he, and just agreed with everything I've said. You're welcome, Laurie. No problem, mate. But yeah, that's it. The influence of Erik Ten Hag is key to everything. It's absolutely massive for Manchester United right now. Because, like I said, I don't want to keep repeating myself, but Manchester United is not a big draw without Erik Ten Hag in place. And I do believe he is going to help us get some of these deals over the line. And luckily, it looks like the club are backing him. I'm just going to double check, make sure I didn't have another super chat there. Cheers for all your super chats tonight, guys, by the way. Absolutely on point. Cheers, Fred Mayoff. I didn't get a message on that if you did want to add one to it, mate, but cheers for your contribution. Absolutely brilliant, mate. Thank you very much. So how excited are you guys? This is a night that we've not had for a while. And to be fair, I think it's one that a lot of United fans were craving because we've been starved this summer so far. Super chat in there from Ibrahim. Cheers for that, mate. He needs prospect hungry players in his team. Totally agree, 100%. Do you feel like that is the way he's going, mate? I personally think that is where these type of players are going. Is there still an 8 o'clock show, Adam? No. Unless something else breaks, mate. Cheers for the super chat to ask that question, mate. Goldbridge is not for me, by the way. I did say I was on at 8 o'clock earlier on. It's not for me. It's coming with Mark later, so stay tuned. We'll be finished up here in a minute. We'll take a little bit of a break, and then we're going to read through everything and get everything laid out again because a lot has just come on the show to me as I was live today. So Mark will be going over everything again. Going over everything again in detail. Shut up talking to me in the background. I'm getting that much information through tonight, I tell you. Brachiosaurus Rex. That's got to go down as the best YouTube screen name of the night, by the way. Brachiosaurus Rex. I love that one. See where you're going with that one. Chelsea must feel conflicted if they pay a boatload of cash for Frankie de Jong, and then Barca use that to snatch Rafinha. Yeah, again, Chelsea can do whatever they want, in my opinion. I think the slow out the gates because of everything that's gone on in terms of the ownership changeover there. I'm not really bothered, to be honest. It's sort of played into our hands a bit, and I do believe has helped Manchester United out in a few of these sales. Without Chelsea in the market, it's sort of, it's just, it's there. It helps, doesn't it? We need all the help we can get in the transfer window, United. But like I said, to wrap it all up, we have had a good day. The news came out earlier on. I was confident with everything that was breaking that United looked like they were making the right noises and we're moving towards confirming the signing. We've got that tonight in TYRELL MALACIA. And more news about Martinez coming out tonight. Obviously, we were expecting Frankie de Jong, Eriksen. There could be your 4 signings. Will there be more? I don't know, guys. Let me know what you think in terms of who you would bring in. Are you happy with them 4? Do we need 4? When this video goes up on YouTube shortly, just as I say that, Fred's in with another super chat. Bang on time, mate. Timing is everything. Can it be Erik Ten Hag sees something in Wan-Bissaka that we don't see? Very well be. And that Erik Ten Hag know how to make Wan-Bissaka better in all stages. He's got a lot of work to do, but he is a tracksuit manager. He is that coach-style manager. So maybe he can get into the psyche of Wan-Bissaka and turn him into that player. We don't know. There is a strong possibility. He is a good coach. We've seen that, and we've seen what he's done with players that we thought were finished. Like I said earlier on, like Hala, Tadic, even brought Daley Blind back from the wilderness and made him into another championship-winning player. But guys, that is it. There is a video coming up with Mark. It isn't a live one, but it is breaking down everything that's been going on in probably a little bit more detail as well, because a lot has happened while I've been live tonight. But that's coming up at 8 o'clock, guys. Packed out day of content for you when it looked like the day was just petering out into nothing. But the transfers are happening. We have had a here we go. We've got a few other little noises coming out around other players. It's all looking a little bit more promising. And I'll say it again, that positive show that I did at 2 o'clock has definitely jumped across, and things have happened from there. It just works that way, especially with United anyway. Stay positive, everyone. But for now, that is it. Cheers for tuning in, everybody. A bit of a surprise show there, just as things are moving for United. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the United Stand, tune into Mark's show at 8 o'clock. That is a pre-recorded one with a bit more detail on what is going on right now, because there is a lot to get through. Jump onto the United Twitter feed as well, guys, for all the information on what I've been talking about tonight. It is all there in detail with the links to the relative parties. So, guys, cheers for tuning in and watching. Have a great weekend. Enjoy yourselves. Hopefully, we'll have more to talk about come next week, or maybe even this weekend. But like, share, subscribe as always. I'm out of here. See you later, everybody.